so we are going to go through another hairstyle video. So I want to make like a pompadour, curly haired look. Maybe add like a little Disney pom-pom on the side. I think that would be kind of cute, especially to go with her like little outfit of a dress here. So let's get started. So actually, I kind of did start. I just didn't I was just in the planning phase, so I was trying to figure out how it was going to look. So I first removed the hair, and then I added this because I was just testing out the hair texture I made. It's very simple hair texture. It's just literally some scribbles with a blend of like the same color at the top. I might fill that in a little bit more so it's not like too spacey, but anyways, it works, I guess. That's its job. And then after I finished testing that out, I obviously used the twist amplitude on my, oops, that is not where I wanted to go. So if I were to click on here, I did the twist amplitude and then played around with how that would look, just to kind of see how wavy do I want it. And I'm just going to also make this a little thicker here, so that way it has a thicker ended volume at the bottom there. Okay, and then I did another layer at first, and this was like the first I'm thinking of so many different things right now. This is the first procedural model I actually added. I went back and changed the twist pattern for every individual strand just so it could kind of fill in the gaps a bit more, and I think that actually made it look a little better. And then I added another procedural hair group underneath it, so just to furthermore fill in the gaps underneath at the bottom. I might make this layer invisible and then try to work on this one just a tad bit more, so that way you can kind of see what I'm doing and see what I'm talking about. And let's go back to this one. Fill that in. I kind of want it to be like this. Okay, so basically I went into here and I changed each individual twist combination just to make it a bit more filled. I'm just going to go back to the full selected all the hairs in that one group. Let me deselect this one so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then we can make them a bit thicker and have them a bit closer together. So one thing I did notice that when you add more hairs, if you changed any of the values in this, it just resets all the values, which is kind of annoying, so be mindful about that. It's alright that it's clipping through her ear. It's already like a somewhat transparent hair, so it doesn't look that bad. It just looks like her hair is going around it. Yeah, I actually kind of do really like how that looks so far with just like this alone. So obviously we're gonna add in some beautiful baby hairs later. Yeah, let's reselect this and try to fill in these gaps so it doesn't look as weird. So let's start with this one over here. Make a little while wider. So when you use the interval, it changes like how the twist is. Like if you want it more so in the top part to be a little flatter and you want more of the curl pattern on the bottom, the higher the number, the more that will happen. So as you can see, I keep forgetting that I don't have like a hand tracker, so I keep wanting to point to the screen. But as you are using the twist interval, it will bring the curl down tighter at the bottom, so that's why you kind of get this like blocky shape. So play around with volumes that would work with you. Oh my gosh. I basically woke up like an hour ago, so bear with me. Gonna be yawning. I feel like lately I've been yawning a lot more. I've just been really exhausted. It's just been a lot going on. Let's make the interval highlight. I'm gonna make you a little closer and change the position just a tiny bit. I still want it like close to her eye because I love how that looks. Yeah, like that, and then having that there. See, like that looks weird. Maybe if I... Yeah, okay. That, so it's still close to her eye. I'm trying to maintain like a specific look. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Yeah, okay. Keep reassuring myself. That's fine, it's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up a bit, actually, like that, and you're just gonna hear me make weird noises and sounds and just talking for no reason. How's your day going? I hope it's great. It's actually sunny out. We had some weird ass weather the other day where it was like, let's be 30 degrees Celsius for a week, and then let's go back to -3 and give you some snowfall 3 days later. So yeah, weather has been like all over the place. Not enjoying that. Needs to stop doing that nonsense. No one asked for that. Do I want to stretch you out like so? I don't know if any of you guys watch any of my gaming play videos, but I was playing this really interesting game called Tell Me Why, and man, I'm scared to play like the next remaining chapters because it's when you start actually can mess things up for the twins. And I used to play a lot of decision-based games all the time as a kid growing up. A little too often, I would say. Maybe a bit too often. But yeah, they're always a lot of fun to play. But I always get so nervous when it's just like the point of the game when the decisions really do matter and they can change the outcome by a lot. It was like starting to get stressful. I'm like, oh my god, do I continue? Should I stop playing this game? But yeah, no, I'm obviously gonna finish playing the game. I just need to actually take some time and make my way through it. I just have way too many things going on right now, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of a break from playing games into one another. Okay, I think that's all right. Okay, so I want to do, like I was saying, we're gonna add back this little layer here. This was kind of like a filler. I'm just probably gonna add some freehand groups here. Try to frame her face. Not really sure what, oh yeah, I said I wanted to do a pompadour thing. I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. Let's add in another thing here, filler. To fill that space, let's clean up those ones. I like to kind of erase these ones so I can see what I'm working with when I'm doing it. I mean, sometimes it's better to not do that because then you need to also see where everything is. In terms of connecting it to the outer layer here. So it's like you might want to put this one back here so you know they're not clipping too much through. And where are they falling? Yeah. Have it frame her face a little. Oh yeah. Okay, now that we have that like that, we're going to do another freehand group. We are going to change the height, decrease it because we don't need all those dots. Yeah, okay, that seems to be good. We have less dots to worry about. We are going to flip this over, but before we do that, I'm going to just draw some hairs to work with. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go like so. Bring that there. Another one here. another one here, and the last one. Okay, so now that we have about 4 hairs, and she looks a little weird, like what is this going on? There's a method to the madness. I want it to actually look like there's like volume flipping over, and so it's gonna be like this kind of, I want that kind of look, but without like the sharpness of what's going on here. So bring that in, and then we're gonna drop that. We're gonna lift here. Right? Right, there's a method. There's a method to this madness. Like, what does it look like? Not that bad. This is actually doable. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. With the additional layer of hair, yeah, okay. I think we should probably add, I still think we need one more hair over here. So we're gonna do that. It's easier to draw when you can, oh God. When you can actually see the mesh like this laid out. So we're gonna add one more hair kind of coming out here. Cool. Okay, so that's that. That's this. Okay, so we have this one. We'll keep that close. Which one is this one? The fun part. Just trying to figure out which one does what. Okay, so we have this here, here, and then the flip it back. And then tuck down. Look at that volume though.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So we just have to taper the end pieces. So that would incline doing one of these. Okay, so I'm going to explain why I'm doing it this way. So I know that you can just use a freehand group. I'll show you the other way of doing this and why I don't want to do it that way. But the reason why I want to do it this way is that way I don't have that weird end piece and not knowing what to do with it when you start it from those points. And then this, like I said, does add a different type of volume that still covers the skull enough that I'm not seeing like her skin clipping through. Yeah, and then we could just do, no, not that. Thickness. Yeah, okay, see, like now it has this like little rounded puffed look. Kind of like a retro style. I like it. Maybe we should space it out a bit. Yeah, okay, so here, I'll show you what I mean by why I prefer it this way versus the other one. This would be a really cute update look too. Okay, so if I were to erase that and then, oops, go over here and add a freehand group. So you can do it this way too. So you have a freehand group, put this down, bring these all the way down, and then kind of just the middle section, you want it to be down here, and then kind of fill in how much volume you want there. Bring in some of the dots so it's a bit easier to manipulate. I'm leaning so far forward. I'm so sorry. I just get into this like, I don't know. Maybe I should just move my screen closer. I just get into it and I just start leaning forward and more forward, and I'm like, oh my god, you need to stop. Your back is gonna hate you. Anyways, besides the point. So you do that, you move all these points, and then you're left with this kind of looking of the mesh. You want the mesh to kind of clip through, I guess. Through her forehead. And like, bam, we have that mesh. And then if you were to draw in the hair, whoop, like I saw, change the hair texture, we got to make it twist and then it's not twisting because it's not in the right thing. I don't need to do all that. We're gonna do like that. Okay, cool. See, if I were to do it this way, drawing downwards. Bam. And then just play around with the points of where you want it to actually end. And start. You are kind of left with these like weird tip points. And you're saying, well, why didn't you just draw it the other way around? Okay, I could do that. Let me show you what that would look like. Just give me a second. I'm just going to show you what this part looks like. And then these two I'm going to delete. We're going to draw it the other way around. Delete that and then delete that. Oh, hide it, whatever. It's going to be all deleted in the end. Actually, let's go back to this. We're going to draw the other way around. And then let's, for shits and giggles, let's make this little pointed closer to being a point and go the opposite way. That's what it would look like. And I don't know, I just don't like how that looks. It just looks weird to me. Flip. I just did that. Didn't need to do that. Just go like this. And it's just, yeah, you can play around with the texture, the thickness, the width, blah, blah, blah. It just wasn't working for me. I just didn't like it. It didn't look as like nice of a method. You just, nah, man, it just wasn't working for me. Like, yeah, I could do like this, put in some more volume, and like that, and then kind of like this, and then shorten this part, right like that. And you kind of get the idea, but I mean, no. I don't like it. It just wasn't working for me. So I delete that section and I said, screw you. And I went with this method because this adds a different type of volume and I think it just looks nicer. It just looks smoother. It has a different texture, look, and appeal than the other method. So that's the method I'm going to go with and that's my reasoning behind it. But yeah, do whatever works for you when you're creating these. Obviously, it's creator's discretion. I am actually just loving it like this, but we are going to add those little pom-pom thingies like I was talking about, like the Mickey Mouse ears. Let's see if that's even doable. I'm still thinking it's probably best to do it with some kind of method like this, so let's try that out. We have nothing selected. We're going to just do it that way. We're going to change the offset so it is sitting slightly, so you want to go into grid parameters, move the offset a bit higher so it is sitting right over these hairs. So you want to add back those hairs so you know what you're working with. Mirroring probably would be best with this one because you want to do it in a way that it's kind of the same height. We're just going to add these points so that way oops, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to go back down. No one told her to move. Okay, so we have like this like dome look. Is that high enough? I don't know. Let's maybe try it a little bit higher. Like little meatballs. This is what I want on her head. Okay, so let's try that. We might have to do another thing group. Thing group, yeah. And try it from there. So let's add the hair. Let's go back to bringing you back up here because we didn't really need that like that. Cool. 2, 3. Okay, so now we're gonna do with let's start with this one. You sun on a beach. Okay. See the Mickey Mouse ears? You seeing it? You seeing the method to the madness? I think there is a method after all. There's a method after all. Okay. You know, when you plan something and you're not sure how it's going to turn out, and then you're actually like, wow, it actually did do something what I was thinking that you were hoping to do. That made no sense. Clearly, I'm in better spirits today. Okay. It's kind of cute and funny, like a little bow in her head. Okay, so this centerpiece here, we're gonna need to drop that. We're gonna also maybe like add like a clip or something. Maybe use like this blue or something from her dress to kind of pull the same colors. Make a little clip. But first, we are going to continue editing this hairstyle. So we got a little pompadour poof, and then these, and a little meatball donuts. She looks like she has little wings on her head right now. Why does it kind of remind me of that like Pokemon? I don't even know what it's called. I will insert the picture of it, but it's that blue bird with like the cloud wings. I don't know. That's what it's giving me, that kind of vibe. Okay. She has little pom-poms. It's a little space back here, but that's okay. No one's really seeing back there. And then we could add like a little cute accessory or something. I don't know what we could add in there other than like maybe a clip or something. What do you think? What do you think? Should we add? Let's add the baby hairs first, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with. Yeah, there we go. That looks super cute. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the hair. We covered pretty much all the bases of oh my god, I can't speak. We covered pretty much all the bases of its existence. That's pretty much it. The only thing that we could do would be adding some like little hair jewelry or some accessories. So yeah, you just go into the face editor, just add some baby hairs, and then if you wanted to add like maybe like a ribbon, you kind of just do the same thing with like the hair thing. But I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. I was thinking of maybe adding a clip, because I have mentioned that a few times, maybe adding that and having it the same color as the dress. If I do that, I will post a picture here, right over there, right beside her right here, and you could tell me what you think on the final result. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And if you'd like to know how I do any of those added features, let me know in the comments below. If I don't add anything, I'll just look weird talking about this thing that I haven't done. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one, and take care. Bye.